And once again, a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. Todd Duke and Zach Roseman back with you. We have 3 more games left to go in this 37th annual Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Tournament, and we will begin those 3 games with the 9th place game, also known as the Consolation Championship, between Althoff and Rockford East. That game will be coming your way next. And then after that, we'll dive into the 3rd place game as the host Collinsville K-Hawks play the role of the road team as they will take on Quincy for 3rd place in this tournament. And then the championship game will feature the O'Fallon Panthers against the Generals of MacArthur High School out of Decatur. So I hope you are all ready for all of that. We're ready to go. It's been a long couple of days, but we've made it to almost the finish line. As they say, there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, I mean, it's definitely been fun.
Oh, it always is.
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun. The few years that we've been doing this now, but the end of 3 days of pretty much nothing but basketball. It's you kind of, in a way, you look forward to the end. And you got a pretty intriguing matchup here for the Consolation Championship game with Althoff and Rockford East, and we'll see what happens.
I'm always glad that I get a few days off at the end of this tournament before I have to load everything back in my car and go do another game. Usually about 5 days, depending on when this tournament falls. And it's a nice little break afterwards, but boy, this tournament's always a lot of fun. Missed it last year. If we would have had it last year, this would have been the 4th year in a row that we would have carried every single game on the main floor. But because we skipped last year, this is our 3rd year doing it. So here we go with a game between Rockford East and Althoff. We'll take a look at the scoring offense in the top 16 category, or the 16 teams here. And Althoff, believe it or not, after their first 3 games, are the number 2 scoring offense. 186 points. They're averaging 62.0 points per game. The only one after 3 games that was in the 60-point mark was Collinsville. So Althoff holding their own there. And right behind them, Rockford East in the number 3 spot. 176 points scored on the year. 58.7 points scored per game. On the scoring defensive side of things for Althoff, well, they're in 15th. They're allowing 59.7 points per game on average, so that's something that doesn't bode very well with the number 2 scoring offense. The number 2 scoring offense and the second to the last on the defensive side. And that is Althoff. For Rockford East, they're not much better. They're in 13th place, just 2 spots ahead of Althoff. They're allowing 52.3 points per game. So by virtue of those 2 stats right there, we ought to be able to kind of think that this game's going to be even on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, for these teams.
Yeah, as PA announcer Chad Burgess will begin the announcing of the Rockford East starting lineup. As
we'll give you those here in a minute. I was getting your opinion on the stats we just gave and what it means to maybe what's going to take place on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, obviously both of these teams rather offensively focused, kind of the antithesis of what we saw in the last game we did with Lincoln. I mean, both Rockford East especially are a team that are going to get up and down the floor. Althoff are going to look to get up and down the floor as well. Both teams, some pretty well-experienced coaches. Coach Sackmaster and Coach Lieb have both been around for a while. Both have a lot of wins. Both have had trips to state. And should be an interesting game. We've got some interesting matchups. You'll see. Curious to see how the Ruckers, Deneco, and Danon perform for Althoff. And if you get for guys for Rockford East, who could be a big-time contributor. Matthew Horde, not starting, but I'm assuming he will play. And he had a pretty good game the game we covered for them against Granite City. So should definitely be a good basketball game.
Rockford East will trot out onto the floor. Josiah Jefferson, we have no stats on him. Who was number 20 again? I forgot already.
Antonio Lewis.
Antonio Lewis, because they have it wrong on the program here. Antonio Lewis will be on the floor. Jameer Jefferson, 5'11", senior. Ryan Larson, a 5'11 senior. And Malik Bates, a 6'5 senior. For Althoff, Taylor Powell, a 6'4 sophomore. Keyshawn Blackman, a 6'3 senior. Daniel Rucker, a 6'2 sophomore. Jordan Lewis, a 5'8 junior. And Deneko Rucker, a 6'4 junior. I thought for sure we were going to have a national anthem.
Yeah, so did I, but guess not. Looks like we're just going to move right into it, and tip will be won by the E-Rabs.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have enough time to talk about a little bit of things and then give the lineups and all that stuff, but best laid plans, oh well. Here we go. We are underway, and the Althoff Crusaders, they're the home team. They're in white. They have Althoff above their numbers on the fronts of their jerseys and Catholic on the bottoms of their numbers on their jerseys. And then they have the Rockford East E-Rabs. They're all dressed in red. Numbers are in white.
I believe it says East on the front of
East.
their jersey.
The other ones said E-Rabs on the front when we did the other game earlier. And underneath the basket, Althoff answers the 2 points put down on the other end of the board by Keyshawn Blackman. So Blackman gets his team on the board. We're underway here. 9th place is on the line, consolation championship. They lost on the first day, and neither one of these teams have lost since.
One of them will have to lose another one to determine our consolation champion and get a nice trophy sitting on the table at the northwest corner of Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium as a three-pointer.
That's a long-distance three-pointer there, and the rebound put back up by Malik Bates. Yeah, all the trophies have been down there by the brackets, down at the opposite end of the stadium from where we are, and they will be handed out here shortly. The first one will be.
Not sure if runner-up will get a plaque like fifth-place Lincoln team did or not, as we'll have a blocking foul called on Antonio Lewis. That'll be the first foul of the game for either team.
Antonio Lewis. Up at the free throw line, it is Danon Rucker. Rucker, so far in this tournament, is 12 of 15 from the free throw line. We have compiled stats. It's kind of nice for the whole team during their first 3 games, instead of just going back to the last one. We have plenty of paperwork flying around this place, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But it's nice to have. You know, one of the nice things is that we have a variety of people that keep stats and do a very good job for that.
Yeah.
And thank you to Prairie Farms for being able to make that happen for us.
Jameer Jefferson with a big three-pointer from the wing, right in front of Coach Lieb for Althoff. That would be Greg Lieb, Roy Sackmaster, as we mentioned, the coach for the E-Rabs. And Althoff with the ball. And they throw it over onto the wing and bounce it back outside the perimeter. And Althoff, Jordan Lewis over on the wing for Powell. Powell dribbles and drives into the lane, takes the shot, can't get it to go. Rebound is on the ground, and it's picked up by Josiah Jefferson. Jefferson moves the ball up court for Rockford East. Now around the horn we go, and all 4 players outside the perimeter touch the ball. Back to a three-point shot on this side, and that one's good as well. And Josiah Jefferson gives his team a 8-point lead, 10-2, and I would not be surprised if Coach Lieb would call a timeout here soon.
Looks like he's going to hold off on it as of yet.
Yeah, we'll see what happens down at this end. And on the move, Jordan Lewis. Lewis passes the ball over to Rucker. Rucker dribbles and drives, and off the glass, swoops out, no good. Rebound belongs to Bates. Bates works it up into the hands of Lewis. Lewis dribbles across the K-Hawk logo at center court. Over onto the right side wing, that's Jefferson. Jefferson will launch another three-point shot, and he'll hit that one too. Yep.
There it is.
I knew it was coming, man. I knew it was coming. After that three-point shot, the Crusaders are trailing by 11, and we'll take a timeout, just a 30-second timeout, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500. Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 4:47 on the clock, and it's been all E-Rabs early. 13-2, an 11-point lead. Called a timeout, did Coach Lieb, for his Althoff Crusaders to try to get something figured out here because whatever they were doing wasn't working right off the bat. But we're back to action, and into the lane, a shot and a foul, and going to the free throw line will be Taylor Powell.
Lewis will pick up his second foul, and we'll rather quickly see Jeremiah Crawford enter the game for the E-Rabs.
At the free throw line, Taylor Powell is 9 for 14 in this tournament, good for 64% as he misses that one. He leads the team in this tournament, does Powell, with 50 points, averaging 16.7 a game during this tournament. As a team, Althoff is 14 of 47 for 29% from the three-point line, and overall they are 30 for 47 from the free throw line at 63%.
Not a pretty solid team percentage, not amazing, but definitely not bad by any means.
No, not at all. I'm sure that they would like to see both of those categories upped by about 5% each. At the other end of the court, E-Rabs off the glass, and more points. And Malik Bates now has 4. And we are halfway through this first quarter, and it's, for the most part, been all Rockford East, and we have a whistle, and
count the basket.
Basket's going to count, yeah. Jordan Lewis knocks down 2. He'll have a chance for 3, and right now Althoff trailing by 10, and at the free throw line, Lewis trying to make it 9. Lewis is 5 for 7 in this tournament from the free throw line at 71%, and he'll miss the only one he'll get the chance at this go-round. The rebound belongs to the E-Rabs. And Rockford East brings it on up court. There is Jefferson. Jefferson over on the left wing, and that one's partially blocked because, tell you what, so far we've known that Rockford East is not afraid to take a three-point shot from anywhere.
Yeah, reminiscent of their 2018 team, although entirely different personnel compared to that team. There's a deep 3.
That's a big 3. Rucker gets his team just a little bit closer, and I think that Coach Lieb can breathe a little bit easier over there on the sideline. Now this team's got this back down to a single digit, and we're going to have a foul called against Jordan Lewis.
We'll see some substitutions made, as we'll see Matthew Horde come into the game, as well as Latrell Kiles for the E-Rabs, and we'll see Earl Liverpool enter into the game for the Crusaders.
Inbound pass comes in. Did they not call a foul? What was the whistle for?
I thought they gave it to Lewis.
No. There's no fouls under their Crusaders.
And now have a foul going the other way. Is
the E-Rabs are going to lose control of the ball once again. So 2 exchanges of the ball, and
yeah, okay. So
I'm kind of lost.
Yeah, so I have a foul called on Kiles there. So.
Okay. Oh,
there you go.
Okay. Now we're finally catching up over here.
Yeah.
So now there is a foul up on the board against Lewis for Althoff, but none of these fouls were announced. At the top of the key, Althoff with it, and over onto the wing it goes for Rucker, and Rucker sends it back over to Powell. Powell's shot won't find the mark, and the rebound belongs to Jefferson. And the E-Rabs, they bring it up, and pass to Horde, and he gets away and takes a shot, and it comes back down. Another shot chance, and bounce later off the glass, and there you go for Latrell Kiles. That took a while for that one to happen.
Yeah, it did, but E-Rabs sticking with it, and they're able to get 2 points because of it. And we'll see Rashard Young look to come in at the next stoppage. Is another
3-point shot coming from Rucker, and that one misses the mark. 17-8.
See 3 different Crusaders come in at the next stoppage as well.
And back at the wing, at the other end, another 3-point launch, and that one rattles on home for Josiah Jefferson. And Jefferson and Jefferson's the Jefferson show right now, and they're launching 3-point shots from everywhere. Both of them have 6 points.
Yeah, Josiah, hearing over the PA that he's only a freshman, so making his first appearance in the PFHC, and here's a 3-pointer from the corner.
And that one's buried as well, and Jeremiah Crawford, man, oh man, they're just raining 3-pointers in from everywhere, and Coach Lieb wants another timeout, so guess what we're going to do? We're going to take a timeout too, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Back here at the Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Classic at Collinsville High School. Glad that you're with us here on a gloomy day here in the Midwest. And I haven't seen the sun all day. And, you know, I have been stuck inside all day, but I get to go outside every once in a while in between games, and believe me, I haven't seen the sun all day.
Yeah, it was raining earlier. Not sure if it still is or not. I've been inside most of the day.
Sprinkling last time I was out there. That was during our nice hour-and-a-half lunch break. That's a travel that they're going to call on Patton Lieb, coach's son.
Presumably.
Presumably, I would think so. They kind of look alike.
Yeah,
well, except for the gray hair from the coach, but you know what I mean.
I mean, the coach has been around for a while.
Yeah. What are you trying to say? Old guys can't have teenagers in high school? I got a 17-year-old. I'm almost 60.
Well, I mean, Coach Lee, I mean.
Could be his grandkid. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
We
do know, thanks to Portia Simmons letting us know that the Jefferson kids on Rockford East are indeed brothers.
Josiah a freshman, Jameer a senior, and both of them off to a good start so far.
Yes, they are. Jefferson brothers have got that three-point ball dialed in, and now we have a travel, and this one is going to go the other way against Latrell Kiles. 1:04 left to play here in this first quarter. It's been all E-Rabs, 23-8. Crusaders have had flashes of some offense, but they can't sustain it. And it seems like every time Rockford travels to the other end of the court, they score.
Yeah, and they've hit a fair few threes as well.
They have. That always helps. Jordan Lewis gets the ball out to Dones, and then another whistle will stop the action, and we're going to have a foul handed out to Dones. On the offensive side of things, if that doesn't give the head coach an ulcer, I don't know what will.
We'll see Powell and Danon Rucker go in, Dones and maybe Liverpool? No, Liverpool's still out there.
Ah, that's what I get. That was the first one, Cy and Mir. Now I get it. I was wondering at the beginning of that message there from Portia. I'm like, okay, now I understand.
Yeah, Cy and Mir. Okay.
I didn't understand that at first. Now I totally get it.
All right.
We got it, Portia. Don't worry.
All right.
Over onto the wing. Into the corner it goes. Back out front and then off to the other side. That is Crawford. Crawford loses the ball, and Althoff picks it up with 15 seconds left. They try to add some more points. Oh, get that out of here. So that Jeremiah Crawford. Crawford gets it all up to Jefferson. Jameer Jefferson throws it onto the wing. Three-point shot. That one won't fall in. Off of the arms of Rashad Young. And another three-point try. That one does after a bounce by Jameer Jefferson. And that ends quarter number one. A three-pointer by Jameer Jefferson sends us to the second quarter. 26-8 is the score, and the E-Rabs have the lead. And we're back with more in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35. Roadman Automotive is open from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and is located at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville.
Check out the Roadman Automotive Facebook page for daily specials. Call Roadman Automotive at 618-223-1878, online at RoadmanAutomotiveCollinsville.com. Roadman Automotive. Keep your ride on the road with Roadman Automotive.
Second quarter is underway here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium in Collinsville. Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back with you. Portia Simmons is chiming in with us, and she let us know that the Jefferson boys are brothers, and also that she's their mom. You know, 11 years ago, that's kind of why I created KHOC Sports Network, because parents can't always make it to games. Grandma and grandmas live out of states, cousins, aunts, uncles, and this is one of the reasons right here. And apparently Portia Simmons couldn't make the trip, so she's watching it online, and that's what it's about. That's all it's about.
Yeah, it's what we're here for. I mean, we're happy to be able to provide it. And we do the best we can, and whilst we're not perfect, we think we do pretty well.
Yep, we hope you enjoy it. So Blackman makes both of his free throws, and that gets Althoff to within 16. And we're just underway here in the second quarter, and on the way up the court with the ball is Jefferson. That is Jameer Jefferson, and he'll give it up, and into the paint goes, and a nice job there by Matthew Horde, and it's 28-10. Here comes Althoff again. Here is Rucker. Rucker tries to dribble into the paint. He barely gets in there, and then he tips up his own shot and couldn't get either one of them to fall. Rebound, that belongs to Horde, and they bring it on up, and a give and go won't go. And there is Althoff with the rebound on this end, and here comes Jordan Lewis. Lewis gets it up to Rucker. Rucker has it over on the left wing, now deep into the corner for the other Rucker. That's Daneko from Danon. And one Rucker to the other. Once again, out front to Danon. Onto the wing for Jordan Lewis. Lewis in front of the opposite bench, and he'll do a dipsy-doodle run, and he'll be fouled and go to the free throw line for a couple of shots.
Yeah, foul will most likely be on Malik Bates.
Yep.
And it will be. That's his first, but the 16 foul for the ERAB, so the Crusaders will be
they're piling up, aren't they?
Yeah, the Crusaders will be in the bonus shortly, as we'll see Josiah Jefferson re-enter the next opportunity as well.
That one home. Well, I'll tell you what, Althoff's getting a lot of throws from the charity stripe already in this game.
See Nashawn Hardaway enter as well for the ERABs.
Yeah, Jameer Jefferson is already into double digits. At the free throw line, one more shot coming his way is Jordan Lewis. Lewis can't connect on the last one, and then a foul going the other way now.
That'll probably be on Daneko Rucker.
So what is this call?
I mean, I guess like a reach. I don't know.
Like that's what everybody thinks is over the back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though over the back is not the
a call. Over the shoulder reach, is that it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're like pushing and like reaching over, I don't know the exact terminology. I'm not an official. I don't know.
Larson gets the ball into the hands of Horde, and over onto the wing, trying to get out of the way is Crawford. He decides to take off and takes it off the glass for 2 more points. 30 to 11. Already a 19-point lead here for Rockford East. Just a couple minutes gone here in quarter number 2. Althoff with it, and into the corner it goes, and a 3-point shot from Powell won't fall. Rebound falls right down into the hands of Larson. Larson gets it back up to Crawford. Crawford takes a shot. He won't get it to fall. Here is Bates, and Bates has got the ball clamped onto, jump ball call, and the possession will stay down there.
12 is actually Nashawn Hardaway, because remember Larson.
Yes.
Yeah, Larson and Hardaway switch numbers.
I forgot about that too. We got to make these changes. And ERAB's back with it. Helps you take the cap off of the soda, Todd.
There it is. All right.
At least I noticed it before I crunched it up against my teeth.
Yeah.
Miss on that shot, and Althoff with the rebound, and bringing it up the near sideline is Danon Rucker. Gets it to Powell. Powell underneath the basket, can't get it to fall, and the rebound sent all the way out to Horde, and Horde can't control it, and he throws it back in before he goes out of bounds, and then it does go out of bounds, and it goes off of one of the ERABs, and that was Josiah Jefferson.
As we'll have a stoppage as Liverpool re-enter for the Crusaders.
Every time you say Liverpool, I just think of the Beatles.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is spelled the same as the English city.
Here come the Crusaders. 5:20 left to play here in this first half, and the Crusaders have some work to do. They trail by 19. At the top of the key, that is Rucker. Danon Rucker drives in the lane, takes the shot, and they're going to call a blocking foul also. That's going to go against Hardaway, and that's going to send Rucker to the line for a free throw shot. And boy, I tell you what, Althoff's going to wear a little divot into that free throw line down here. They've been up there so much.
That's his first personal foul, 17 foul.
Interesting thing is that even though the Arabs do have 17 fouls, they're spread out pretty evenly as Rucker will hit his free throw.
It just seems like that every foul that's called is a shooting foul.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be because that's their 7th.
Now the Crusaders in the bonus now, and they'll be shooting free throws for the rest of the day. So
there's a three-point try on the other end by Josiah Jefferson. That misses, and the rebound is bringing up court by Danon Rucker. A little underhand toss up to the backboard won't roll in, and then a foul is going to be called against Powell as he tried to reach in and poke that ball away from Hardaway after he pulled in the rebound.
His first personal foul, 4th team foul.
And the Arabs bring it up court, top of the key. That is Horde. Horde from one wing over the other, and he'll hand it off to Hardaway. Hardaway into the paint, turns around and trying to get a shot off, but he travels in the process. Took one too many steps trying to get there.
We'll see Jameer Jefferson enter into the game as Crawford will head to the bench.
We hear from another Jefferson brother on the chat line here. Jacoby Jefferson says he's another brother, and they always play basketball together.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're teaching him everything you know there, Jacoby.
Of course.
Here's a flying underhand fingertip roll that won't roll in, and now we're going to have a foul called against Danon Rucker.
Technical. I think they're going to give that to Rucker.
Yeah,
that was
tell you what, the referee's looking at him the whole way back to the bench.
Yeah, quick. Yeah, I must have been a
bad word.
Yeah, it must have been some sort of magic word.
Yeah.
Because
it wasn't please.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I didn't hear it, and
I didn't either.
And we'll see Jameer Jefferson shoot the technical free throws,
and then Rockford East will also have possession of the ball.
Something that O'Fallon forgot about yesterday.
Yeah. Here is the free throw by Jameer Jefferson. He becomes the first free throw participant in this game for Rockford East. And coming in, Jameer was 5 of 6, good for 83% in this tournament. And now he is 6 of 7, trying to go 7 of 8. And he does. As a team, Rockford East, 19 of 35 for 54% from the free throw line. From the three-point line, 19 of 69 for 27%. You wouldn't think that they were that low of a percentage three-point shooting team after what we've witnessed here in the first half.
That's not a horrible percentage either. I mean, I think probably the target goal for three-pointers is to hit about 1 out of 3, and I think they've probably done about that good so far.
Yeah.
And, ooh, nice move by Horde.
Yeah, he almost broke the ankles there of Daneco Rucker, and it's 34-14, 20-point lead now for Rockford, halfway through quarter number 2 here in this 9th place game. Winner of this game is the consolation champion, and they will leave with a nice trophy that's sitting down at the other end waiting for whoever wins this game, and that was a nice drive by Jordan Lewis, finished up with a nice fingertip roll. On the other end of the court, here is Josiah Jefferson. He throws it backwards to brother Jameer, and then over onto the wing for Horde, and into the corner it goes for Hardaway. Back out front for Jefferson to the next Jefferson. Over in the corner and just barely into the perimeter, and a shot taken there by Horde. Tips across the rim, won't go, and the rebound handled by Althoff, but then I tell you what, Liverpool couldn't get the pass over to Jordan Lewis, and it was picked off in midair and put up for 2 more points.
Yeah, that's that's one thing that Althoff, maybe a little bit of something that Rockford East are able to exploit, is that Althoff's guards are really, really small, especially with Liverpool and Lewis on the floor at the same time. And
Jefferson loses control of the ball. It's on the ground. He bounces it, and coming up with it is Jameer Jefferson. Over to Horde for 3. That won't fall. Or that was Hardaway, excuse me. And then The rebound belongs to Powell, and Powell comes up, and a blocking foul will be called against Jameer Jefferson.
Now that will be a shooting foul, so Powell will shoot 2 no matter what, as we'll see 2 Crusaders enter in, as Coach Lieb will give some instructions to Lewis about something.
First one's good. Yeah, if it wouldn't have been a shooting foul, he would have been up there doing a 1-and-1 anyway. That was the 8th team foul for, or excuse me, that's, the 8th team foul for Rockford East. Next shot, and that one's good.
We'll see Patton Lieb re-enter as Powell head to the bench. Patton Lieb, a 6'2" freshman.
All right, here comes the E-Rabs.
Yes, the lone freshman on the Crusaders roster, although they do have quite a few sophomores.
Jefferson over to Hardaway. Hardaway in front of the Althoff bench. Loses the ball. It's poked out of his hands, and we're going to have a foul called on Horde. He was wide open. Tell you what, we have had some animated coaches to watch here today, man. Nobody was better than Mundeline's head coach Badgley, but I tell you what, Roy Sackmaster gave him a run for his money.
Yeah, and that wasn't even really that wasn't really at the ref. It was more at Horde for his positioning. As we'll see Liverpool shoot 1-and-1, and he'll hit. We'll see Crawford re-enter as Hardaway will head to the bench for the E-Rabs.
2.5 minutes to go, plus a second before halftime hits us. 2 more games left after this one. This is the 9th place game. We got the 3rd place game and the championship game coming up.
Yeah, we'll see MacArthur and Quincy both already here.
Yeah, Quincy's been here for a while.
Yeah, Quincy got here quite a while ago.
Yeah, they did.
And we'll see Powell re-enter at the next stoppage for the Crusaders. I would assume that, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I would assume Quincy are staying somewhere in the area. Doesn't make a lot of sense to drive
I would think so too.
2.5 hours every day.
Yep. Ball out of bounds. Stays down at that end. And the E-Rabs will get the inbound pass triggered by Jeremiah Crawford. He does so to Jefferson, and back out front. A Jefferson drive is almost lost.
Out into the corner for Hardaway for 3. Or no, not Hardaway.
Jeremiah Crawford.
Crawford, excuse me. I saw the 2 and thought it was 12. My apologies.
Back to a 19-point lead here for Rockford, and that lead didn't last very long unless they call a charge.
No, that's a block.
A block. I couldn't see the referee. He's way below me, and I wasn't in the right spot.
I believe that, as we'll see, Deneko Rucker come in for Dones, as Jameer Jefferson will pick up his 2nd foul, and the Crusaders now in the double bonus.
Back at the free throw line, and once again, it's Jordan Lewis. And he'll hit the first one.
Well, yeah, that was,
the only one.
That was an and one. And we'll see the 1 technical foul assigned. Danon Rucker re-enter.
And the E-Rabs bring it up court one more time. We have 95 seconds left to play here in this first half. Here's a 3-point shot off of the hands of Josiah Jefferson. No good. And the rebound belongs to Powell. Powell brings it up court for Althoff. Gives it up over onto the wing. 3-point shot for Rucker. That was one a little bit short. And the rebound handled by Malik Bates for Rockford East. They bring it down to Horde. Horde off the glass. Rolls across the rim. Won't stay in. Rebound belongs to Rockford. Boy, that was a nice swat from behind by Rucker down there. And now a 3-point shot. That one's a little bit too long. And then the ball out of bounds. Last touched by Horde. And it'll belong to Althoff with 1:06 left to play here in this second quarter.
Yeah, it seems like really Rockford East have been a team that have offensively rebounded the ball as well as pretty much any team I've seen so far, and they're really doing well today.
Bounce pass onto the wing for Powell. Powell dribbles, drives just outside the lane, and he gets the shot, loses his shoe in the process, and pops it back on that quick.
And will sprint down to the other end.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that Rockford East is not looking to move that quickly.
35 seconds left here in this first half, and another three-point shot coming from Jefferson, and oh boy, Jameer Jefferson lights it up once again.
He's got 17 points.
He does,
Todd.
man. He almost has as many as Jordan Pickett had in the first half of that game.
And Pickett wound up with 41, so
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see how close. See how close Jefferson winds up getting. As
three-point answer. Almost got stuck in that spot where the glass meets the rim, but it came down just in the nick of time. And here is Horde. 5 seconds left. Top of the key. Pulls one back. Takes a shot, and it's good.
That's a two-pointer, and that'll be halftime.
44-25. Rockford East leads at halftime. I'll tell you what, these coaches kept a lot of timeouts in their pockets in that first half, so
yeah,
we'll see what happens here in the second half, and we'll take a break and come back and give you the first half stats, and we'll do that here in just a little bit on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene with Visionary Wealth Advisors at his new Collinsville office located at 106 North Clinton, or call Brad at 618-467-8420. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Extreme Details, owned and operated by former K-Hawk Jay Merkel. Jay and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or an RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, and they vacuum every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 977-1224 or visit Extreme Details at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former K-Hawk Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for K-Hawk fans, before, after, or even during K-Hawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows K-Hawk games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, K-Hawk fans' pub of choice.
And we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. We are at halftime, 44-25. Rockford East has a commanding lead, and after I read you these numbers, you'll know why. They have shot 48.6% from the field. That's almost 50% shooting from the field. And 8 for 16 from the three-point line. That is 50% free throw shooting, and that's phenomenal. And, of course, they are 100% from the free throw line because they went 2 for 2, or should I say Jameer Jefferson went 2 for 2. So your leading scorer in this contest is Jameer Jefferson. He has 14 points. 8 points belongs to Jeremiah Crawford. 6 points each for Malik Bates, Josiah Jefferson, and Matthew Horde. And then after that, you have 2 points each for Antonio Lewis and Latrell Kiles. For Althoff, they're being led in points by the 8 off of the fingers of Jordan Lewis. After that, Slim Pickens kids, 5 for Taylor Powell, 4 for Keyshawn Blackman, 3 each for Danon Rucker and Daneko Rucker, and then 2 for Earl Liverpool. All right, the rest of the numbers from the three-point line. We already told you that Rockford was 8 of 16. Althoff totally the opposite, 1 of 5 from the three-point stripe. From the free throw line, we did tell you that Rockford East was 2 for 2. And Althoff, they've been up there a lot. I thought so. They've taken 15 shots from the free throw line in the first half, and they made 10 of them, so they're 66.7% free throw shooting, not too bad. Rebounds, that's another lopsided story, and that tells the other tale. Rockford East has out-rebounded Althoff in this first half, 26-10. 26 rebounds is usually what a lot of teams have for a total game in high school basketball. Turnovers, they're kind of low, but they're close. Rockford East has 5 turnovers, and Althoff has 3 turnovers. Rockford East outscored Althoff 26-8 in the first quarter, and then Althoff picked it up a little bit and kept it close as Rockford East only got 1 more point in the second half as the E-Rabs outscored the Crusaders 18-7. You add all those numbers up, that's 44 for Rockford East and 25 for Althoff. One more break coming your way before second half action, and that'll be coming your way here in mere moments on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville K-Hawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game, or order carryout with the Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from K-Hawk Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Jayhawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Jayhawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes that bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Zach Roseman, Josh Roseman here as well, the younger brother of the other guy on the microphone, and he's been helping us out in all kinds of aspects. He's been doing floor duty here and cleaning up the sweat spots on the floor. He's also been helping us out by gathering stats when they become available for us. And we are underway here in the second half, quarter number 3. 44-25 is our score. Rockford East with the lead and the ball. And, boy, how about those numbers I spoke of in the halftime, man? I didn't even realize how bad the rebounding was going to be so much different, but, boy, that was telling.
Yeah, and I'd wager probably a lot of those were offensive for Rockford East. I mean, they've definitely got a size advantage, especially at the guard positions. But yeah, I mean that's really, really good.
Yes, it is.
As we have a foul called on Josiah Jefferson.
That didn't take very long. And at the other end, Taylor Powell turns it into 2 points. And it's 44-27 in favor of Rockford. Althoff has a lot of work to do if they want to come back and win that consolation championship trophy sitting over there, and that's not going to help their cause as another Josiah Jefferson three-pointer just sinked right through without hitting anything except for the net.
Yeah, 23.
Man.
Yeah, 23 of the 47 points between the two Jefferson brothers. A good day for both of them.
I'm telling you what.
Jameer especially.
Yeah. Kicked out, and a dribble drive by Rucker and Danon Rucker. Over onto the wing now for Daneko Rucker, and then he'll give it up for Jordan Lewis. Lewis on the near side sideline. Works his way toward the perimeter and bluffs the three-pointer, gives it to Powell. Powell dribbles, drives, in the paint, takes the shot, good. 47-29, Rockford with the lead. 9th place on the line. Championship trophy for the consolation side of the bracket is what will be handed out to the winner. And the next game after this will feature the third place game between Quincy and Collinsville, as a steal by Rucker is going to turn into 2 points. And then the championship game between O'Fallon and MacArthur High School out of the Decatur area. 6 minutes left to go, 2 minutes gone here in this third quarter. 47-31 in favor of Rockford East, and they have the ball at the line. Jefferson shoots it over to, well, whistle on the play before we have a chance to tell you that was Rucker with the foul.
It's a second personal foul, first team foul.
It seems like, look up and already 2 minutes has gone, and I feel like we just went back on the air.
I know.
We got a nice quick start, but it'd be nice to.
Ooh,
that's no
charging foul.
Yeah, they're gonna get
Bates.
Yeah, I wasn't sure who it was. Yeah, they're gonna get Bates with the charge, and that's his second foul.
Missed a lot of stuff on this balcony unless you're leaning over looking.
Yeah, that's
once in a while I got to get a seat up here.
Yeah, that's one. It's one con of our more central location is that you can't really see, the near baseline for us, which is on the far left.
Most places you go to, you're at mid-court somewhere.
Yeah.
Here you're at the end, past the backboards. Turnaround. Powell can't get it to go. And a clamped-on rebound, and the possession arrow will bring it back this way. This way, I mean to your left. That's where we are. We are right behind the backboard that you see to the left of your screen when the camera gets down there anyway, which it will in a moment. I wonder if we can wave.
Hi.
I have to wait for it to get down here. I haven't even tried to watch and see if we can see us on there. Of course, my logo's in the way, so that probably doesn't help. Out to the top of the key, it is Jefferson, and Josiah travels.
Yeah, solid defense there by Lewis, and Jefferson will take a couple too many steps, and ball will go back to the Crusaders.
Tell you what, man, you start hearing people yell and you're wondering where it comes from, and I'm like, oh, there's the guy at the end of the bench yelling. He's part of the team because he's wearing that shirt.
Yeah, the matching black with white stripe.
Nice try on the reverse alley-oop, well, underneath layup, kind of underhand
thing.
Yeah, I don't know what to call that. It's kind of like a underhand hook shot, but not hook shot, underhand, question mark shot. I don't know. At the free throw line, Taylor Powell. Powell misses.
As fouls on Hardaway, as we'll see Kyles and Horde re-enter. Bates, the other E-Rab, headed to the bench.
47-31. 16-point lead for the E-Rabs. They've had it up to 20. And now Althoff will try to hold court and see if they can keep the score right where it is and go back down to the other end and see if they can climb themselves back into this game. 4:40 left to play here in this third quarter. And over onto the wing it goes. And out front for Horde. Now a shot by Jefferson, and another one for Jameer Jefferson.
How many is that for him now?
I don't know, man. Probably, yeah. The stats is underneath the the volume thing there, the sound audio board. That one's going to be thrown away. And Althoff will get the ball back. Sackmaster, he's looking at his player like, what did you do?
That's his fifth. That's his fifth three-pointer. So he now has 20, and so 15 of those on three-pointers for Jameer Jefferson.
50-32. Althoff trying to answer. They kick it outside, and then they throw it up to the air for Rucker. He'll try a three-point shot. That one had so much arc on it. I thought it was going to hit the guide bar that's holding the backboards in place.
It's one of those. One of the nights, or one of the things about playing in this particular venue is that with Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium being set up the way it is that the ceilings are really quite high.
Oh yeah.
So unless you're like right underneath the scoreboard, you can put a lot of arc on shots.
That was an air ball, and Althoff picked off underneath the basket, and now Rucker with it. Out to the wing. Blackman pulls up in the perimeter, takes a shot. That wasn't even going to make it to the basket. Powell tried to help get it up there. He couldn't. And the rebound belongs to Josiah Jefferson, who throws it on up to Horde and off the glass for two. As we have 3 minutes to play here in this third quarter, it is now a 52-35 contest. Rockford with the lead that they have not relinquished since the beginning of this game.
No, they, looking at the stat sheet, they Althoff have never led.
Nope.
His score hasn't been tied since it was 0-0.
Yep. Into the corner it goes to Horde, and he runs right into Powell, and there was no call on the play, which I like, but normally when you have body contact like that, there's a call from somewhere. 54-35. Rockford trying to go up by 20 again. They hand the ball off, Althoff does, to Deneko Rucker, and he'll bring it right in front of his coach, Greg Lieb. He'll take a three-point shot, and he'll drain it. Deneko Rucker with a big three-pointer there for his team. 2:10 left to play here in the third, and a dribble drive, and Antonio Lewis picks up a couple of points. Oh boy, that was a strong showing for a little alley-oop going on over there, but it was misdirected on the pass.
Yeah, got it. Lewis actually was able to get it into Danon Rucker, but he was able to lost the ball out of bounds, as we'll have a smattering of substitutions as Patton Lieb and Liverpool will re-enter for Althoff, and not sure who came in for the the E-Rabs.
E-Rabs with the ball. That is Lewis. He passes the ball back to Jefferson. Over onto the wing, and now into Hardaway. Hardaway gives it back to Jefferson. Jefferson top of the key for three, and it rattles, but it won't fall. He was confident. He already started walking backwards.
Well, I mean, when you've been
There
hitting
comes
him
a three on the other end, and that one hits. Back-to-back threes by Deneko Rucker.
Yeah, now we're Now in this situation, you're wondering if he's going to want the ball, and there he is, and he's going
to try it again, isn't he? And he'll miss that one as well. Twice now. It just rims out. He's on target. It's just rimming out on these last couple of shots.
Yeah, now we'll see what Althoff want to do as Powell take it
Powell.
up.
Nice little fingertip roll floating through the lane, and it's back to a 13-point game now. 56-43, and here comes Jefferson. He knows how to fly into the lane for a layup too, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's
19 points now for Jefferson. Here's Powell over on the wing. He backs his way into the perimeter, turns around, takes the shot, can't get it to go, and the rebound is knocked out of bounds, and they say it was off of Daneco Rucker.
See the handful of individuals down at the end in front of where the banner or the senior banners for the cheer squad and basketball team is. See Coach Lee.
Yep.
Is that Coach Anderson?
Coach Lee, Coach Smith. That is not Coach Anderson.
All right. Coach Anderson's shorter than that.
And Coach Lee's son, Jackson, is down there. That's another big three-pointer. That one's from Antonio Lewis.
See Kevin Paulo, the new assistant coach, and then I think that's Gage Trevere sitting down there.
I believe you are correct.
Yeah.
15 seconds to play here in the third quarter, and Althoff with the ball. Jordan Lewis will waste a little time. His team down 61-43. He'll kick it into the corner, and a three-point shot from the sideline almost went in for Daneco Rucker. He stepped so far back, he almost stepped out of bounds. At the buzzer, a three-point shot missed by Jefferson. Love the try, love the effort. 61-43 our score. After 3 quarters of play, we will take a break and come back and tell you all about quarter number 4, and we'll do that here in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz. And classic rock, it's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as t-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville. 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com.
Chad Burgess with a little threat. Just reminding the folks that if you're sitting in a seat that says reserved on it, you're going to be asked to move. Please do so kindly. And then he follows it up with, or else.
Or else.
Or else.
What does that mean?
Well, he's going to take him up to the Winter Classic with him, and they'll have to sit in minus 15-degree weather. That's the or else.
Well, I mean, for some people that actually wouldn't be that
I know.
bad.
For me, it would be, man. I am not a winter person at all.
I mean, it'd be fun to watch.
Yeah, it would be.
I mean, it'd be fun to watch, but...
No, don't get me wrong. I would definitely go up there and dressed out in my Blues gear. You're not lying there, but me in 15 below degree weather, we do not get along. At the free throw line, Horde. He was fouled by the opposing 33, Patton Lieb. And Mr. Lieb will head out of the game, as will Lucius Dones.
Placed by Danon Rucker and Powell.
Fourth quarter, 9th place on the line. Winning team will leave here with a trophy. A nice one with the state of Illinois in the center of the trophy. A couple of basketball players in different colors, bronze, silver, and gold on each side of the state of Illinois. They're nice.
I think the Collinsville logo is on the state of Illinois outline.
That ball goes in as well. Yeah. I have a picture of it on my phone.
Yeah, you have from when Collinsville won it in 2019.
Well, I have a picture of the ones that are down there right now.
Oh.
I took it the other day.
All right.
Of course, I can't share that on the camera right now because the camera is attached to a steel girder on the roof.
Yeah, over in we can see it, but
it has the K-Hawk logo in the Illinois thing, and it has the K-Hawk logo right in between the 20 and the 21 on the year.
Yeah.
Prairie Farms has their logo on there as well.
Well, of course, they're the sponsors.
And there's 4 statuettes surrounding the state of Illinois on each statue. gold, silver, and bronze. And I think copper is the one that's in this one, the consolation championship. So right now, Rockford East, they're in control. They want that trophy with only a tick full of seconds, over 7 minutes left to go. They have a pretty commanding lead. They give to Hardaway. Hardaway flies in baseline, tries the fingertip roll, but he's fouled on the way up. So Mr. Hardaway will head to the free throw line.
Danon Rucker will pick up his 4th personal foul. Of course, 3 by contact and the technical he picked up earlier, which haven't been too many technicals. Wouldn't be the first one, but I think there have been 2 involving O'Fallon.
3 for 5 at the free throw line in this tournament. Yeah, I remember the O'Fallon one and the one in this one.
Yeah, I think Whitfield picked up one in their game against who did they play in the quarterfinals?
Who, O'Fallon?
Yeah.
They played Granite City.
Yeah, against Granite City, and then there was a bench technical issued in the semifinal against Collinsville.
20-point lead again for Rockford East over Althoff, and the Crusaders kick it out. Another 3-point try on the way. This one misses. Daneco Rucker was on fire from the 3-point line for a minute, and since then he's 0 for 2. Here is a dump-off pass, and a nice job there. The put back in by Antonio Lewis after a, what happened there? What was the whistle for?
Rucker dropped the ball. I think Rucker mishandled the ball, dropped the ball.
Went out of bounds?
Run into the table.
Go out of bounds?
Yeah, went onto the floor and then came back. He went to grab it, but he was still standing out of bounds, and that is considered an inbound. So we,
well, back to action. So the Arabs get the ball back on a gift, and another 3-point shot that rattles in from Jameer Jefferson. Man.
Reminiscent of Sincere Parker and that team.
Ooh.
Because those are
Springfield Southeast? Does that ring a bell? That game where they were hitting 3-pointers, and especially the one that won it?
Oh, yes. It was that same year. They played Southeast in the semifinals.
Yep.
That year. It was a pretty fun, high-scoring game, and Southeast won pretty easily, but I guess in a way, Rockford East went on to get the last laugh, as I think that team went on to get 4th in state, and Southeast ran into East St. Louis in the super sectionals.
Yeah.
Of course, East St. Louis went on to win state, so I guess you can't be too mad at that.
Taylor Powell at the free throw line hit his first one, and now he hits his second one. There's Coach Anderson down there underneath the Prairie Farms banner. He was sick during the first day. He didn't even come in.
Yeah, but he's back. And
he is.
Seems to be doing all right.
Seems to be. There's a drive through the paint, and that ball didn't even make it up to the rim. That got stuffed right back down. And number 2 from number 2 on the way to 0. Powell gets it to bounce on in, and used both sides of the rim to do so. Yeah. 68-47.
Maybe we should maybe Powell should have been the. Maybe Powell might be getting some consideration for the all-tournament team, as he has 15 points now with that layup.
There is Lewis out to Horde. Horde. Right him in a slot between the logo that represents the Collinsville K-Hawk basketball team and the school itself, and then the top of the key, and then the rebound effort after the Horde miss. Brought back up by Rucker, and Rucker off the high glass for 2. Yeah, 68-49.
Yeah, Danon Rucker with 10, so now 19 for the Ruckers is a bit outdone for the Jeffersons, as the Jeffersons have somewhere in the vicinity of 30 between the two of them.
A dribble drive and almost lost the handle on that one. And now, whoa.
We're going to have a foul called against Blackman, which is a little interesting to me. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, they're going to call. Oh, yeah. That's what I thought it was. They're going to give Hardaway the foul. His 3rd, team 5th, and Crusaders will have the ball.
68-49, 19-point lead here for Rockford East over Althoff. 9th place game and a travel. Carry.
Okay.
One of the two. I saw the stutter step, but I'm again behind the backboard over here on the left side of your screen, and I got partially blocked by that backboard and saw some shuffling and ball handling not going the way it was supposed to, and knew there was a whistle, and Here we go the other direction. Here is Jameer Jefferson. He's had quite the game. Throws it up to Horde, and a dribble drive, Hardaway. And a fingertip roll in the paint. And that gives Rockford East 70. Pretty nice number when you're talking about high school basketball.
Yeah.
Into the wing it goes, and Powell dribbles, drives, and a hook shot goes the opposite direction. Trying to punch it back up there and get it in was Deneco Rucker. Rebound belongs to Rockford East. They bring it up. Here is Jameer Jefferson for another three, and he rattles it in again.
25 points. I think that's 7 threes.
He's on fire.
You can't, I mean, what are you supposed to say?
There's a three-point answer, but it wasn't answered. Busy signal in the corner, another three-point try, and that one bounces off of the rim, off of the hands of Deneco Rucker. He's gone cold since hitting 2 in a row, and a save by Horde, but he saved it right to Rucker, and now back in the corner, Powell. Powell drives, and he had the ball ripped right out of his hands by Hardaway, and Hardaway can't believe he got called for a foul.
Yeah, it looked from here like he got all ball, but they're going to rule that there was some contact there, and that'll be Hardaway's 4th foul, so.
Jacoby Jefferson said, just call my brother Kyrie Irving.
Well, I don't know the way he's been shooting. Maybe you should call him
Steph Curry. Yeah, I hear you there.
We'll see Josiah Jefferson come in, and Lucius Stones will come in for the Crusaders.
We only know how many threes he got in at the end of the first half because we don't have instant stats up here, but at the after halftime, Jameer was 4 of 6 from the three-point line, and I guarantee you he's had 4 since then, maybe 8.
I don't know. He's hit at least 2.
I don't know.
On not that many attempts.
No. Horde off the glass.
And Horde now with 12 points.
3:15 left to play, and Powell at the other end gets a couple of those points back.
Yeah, no, Powell's got 20, so good game for him.
Yeah. There's a dribble drive by Jameer Jefferson, but a push away from the play, and that'll be a whistle that will stop him before he can get all the way up there as young Mr. Lieb checks back into the game.
And Powell's upset. He's like, oh, man, I've been doing so well.
Yeah.
Now he's going to head to the bench, and from his body language, it seems like that might be the end of his day.
The record, by the way, here in this tournament for most three-point field goals is 10.
Who did that?
That would be Jake Joby of Quincy versus Lincoln in 2015, not too long ago, 6 years ago.
There might be video of that game if you look hard enough. We're going to have a blocking foul on Lewis.
We were doing games then. The KLX Sports Network was a thing, but we were only doing the games that Collinsville was involved in back then instead of doing the whole tournament.
I think I think there may have been a live stream of some kind.
Could be.
A bit lower quality than
I'm sure.
what we have now, but I mean, granted, it was 6 years ago. As Dana Norkel hit the first free throw to give him 11.
6 years ago, we were using what was called the Cube as our platform. And that platform no longer exists.
Yes, and then y'all switched to, you were using the Cube, and then it rebranded, and then it got bought out by, wasn't it, who bought it out?
I don't know. It was all right. I much prefer the YouTube version.
No, I mean,
a lot better.
In my opinion, if you're not going to use NFHS, which, we have our thoughts on that.
Yeah, we don't want to get into that conversation. We don't have all that much time. There's only 2:35 left to go here in this fourth quarter, and I would go ahead and venture to say the game. It is a 20-point lead for Rockford with 2:25 now left to go. Rockford not going away anytime soon, and here comes Althoff, and as try as they might, I think that's just too high of a hurdle to overcome.
Yeah, I mean, 20 points in 2 minutes is achievable,
sure.
But barring something entirely unexpected, that this will be a Rockford East victory, and they will win their second consolation championship in their brief tenure, as there will be an official timeout as Coach Sackmaster and Coach Lieb will empty their benches.
Okay, that what it was?
Yeah.
I was wondering why he was patting the top of his head. Is that what that means, official timeout?
It's
All right.
like my time.
Yeah.
And so we'll get some of these names here.
Yeah, we have the underclassmen, if you will, coming in, but some of the underclassmen are leaving the floor too.
Yeah, we'll see. Number 5, that is DeMiles Clark Tate, a 5'11 senior, inbounding to Jefferson. I see
Jackson Lieb back out there as well for Althoff.
See, Jackson Lieb, the other Lieb.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
I thought for a minute Chad Burgess said Jackson Lee, and I'm like, what?
I'm like, wait a minute.
I thought he graduated.
Yeah, he graduated. Now college track athlete.
Yeah, I saw some of his highlights in the pole vault. He's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I guess college track season pretty much starting. He's competing for Illinois College.
I believe so. Illinois Central College?
I think it's just Illinois
College.
No,
okay.
Illinois Central College is where Kristen Mitchell's playing.
Okay,
I think.
Well, for now.
Yes,
she's going to transfer to McKendree.
Yeah, committed to McKendree.
Yep.
And so bring it a bit more local as a layup by Dones, no good. Rebound by Josiah Jefferson.
And we are approaching 1 minute to play here in this contest. So the consolation championship trophy will belong to the Rockford East E-Rabs. And that means that Althoff will finish in 10th place. And then we got coming up for you next the 3rd place game with the host Collinsville K-Hawks taking on the Quincy Blue Devils. That should be a pretty good matchup.
Yeah, we'll have another official stoppage as Chris Hobson, the 5'7 junior, will enter into the game for the Crusaders.
I know that Collinsville and Quincy have had their fair share of some really good games over the years.
Yeah, they've
also.
I think they've probably run into each other at some point in the championship. I mean, after all, we've got
back in the '60s. Yeah, I think.
Back in the day. I think a state championship we played Quincy.
61 or 65. I don't remember which one it is.
I think 65. 61 we played Harvey Thornton. I think. I don't know. Somebody up in that general vicinity. I'd have to look.
We're under 15 seconds to go now, and this one's just about over. 77-55. Althoff tries a last-second three-point shot. That falls out of bounds, and we'll stop the clock with 10 seconds left. And the inbound pass will be triggered by Rockford, and they'll slowly bring it up, and that will be the end of this one as Clay Smith, the athletic director here at Collinsville High School, already has the championship trophy, and he's already on the floor as he follows Rockford East up the floor.
There you go.
77-55. Rockford East wins 9th place. They get the consolation championship trophy that you see at center court. And we're over there by Coach, or I keep on calling him Coach because he was the longtime soccer coach here. And he's the athletic director now, and that would be Clay Smith. And we will shut everything down, fire everything back up here in a few minutes as Collinsville and Quincy get ready to do battle for 3rd place here in this championship day of the Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Tournament. We'll be back in just a little bit here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.